Don't kill my vibe. This don't kill my vibe. I can feel.
Hey yo, what's going on, everybody? Good morning. We're gonna do an emergency stream here. We're gonna wait until people join. Um, Again, I hope nobody's doubtful. I mean, nobody should be. There's a lot going on. The Epstein files have dropped. Now we have been distracted looking at a different angle of the world. First, it was the war between Iran and the USA. There's a lot going on. The SEC shutting down. It's just so crazy. It's like it's so crazy that everything that people said. And again, I used to say they eat babies years ago. Like years ago. I'm talking about like 2010, 2006. And there's emails out talking about these Epstein group individuals of eating babies. What a time to be alive. But ladies and gentlemen, XRP and the entire market is not looking good, okay? And yeah, I mean, it's Pizzagate is now public, and yeah, it's just pretty incredible. The fact that Bill Gates was willing to drug his own wife silently with pills. What do you think? Well, I mean, you don't even need to think. What do you think he has planned for us? Like in terms of like, what do you think he thinks of us? If he's willing to drug the person he's married, I mean, I think that right there shows everything you need to know. So yeah, I talk about that in today's episode. It is pretty remarkable. Ladies and gentlemen, very important announcement in terms of generational bottoms. If you guys are looking to get into trades, now is the time. Not right now, because I don't think the dump is finished, but I'm saying now is the time to be watching these charts like a hawk, being glued to this, because we are going to see we're going to see a big wick down. I just don't know how big it's going to be. Nobody knows, as you guys know. Look at the world events that are shaping up these markets right now, which is kind of like disheartening to say the least, because we are on the frontier of innovation and clarity, and this is what you're seeing, right? It's a complete crime scene right now. So, but the end game is going to be incredible. Let's take a look here. This is the 15-minute chart, and 2-bit is what I'm using for these generational bottoms, and the link is in the description down below. But it's a good time to come on right now. What time is it right now? It's 9:18 Eastern. Yeah, these are. Remember what I said in yesterday's stream or the day before? I've been telling you guys, I'm like, the longer it stays at these levels without like this pushback towards $2 is bad for the what up, Vinny? It's bad for the market. And right now, it's not looking good. I'm surprised with the way that Bitcoin is holding up, though. It's not seeing a significant pullback. So let's see how that goes. No matter like I said, I feel like a broken record at this point, but having witnessed multiple bull markets and bear markets, this next wave, the more this happens, okay, the more sideways and the more tanking the markets, the more this happens, my goodness, the upside is going to be tremendous. That's all I got to say, okay? And you could, not agree with me now, but with time, I'm going to be right. It's just a part of the game. It's the part of investing. It's how crypto is. And it's going to be nice. It's going to be really nice. And there's a lot of snow out there, folks. If you guys want to make some side hustle, like go shovel snow. Go shovel snow. I used to do that all the time to accumulate XRP. I'm not even kidding. I am not even kidding. It was the easiest thing. I'm a big guy. I could handle it. It's no problem for me, and I work very efficient. So, ladies and gentlemen, go ahead and smash that like button, please. The markets are going down. The likes are awful. Let's go ahead and smash that like button. I know you guys just forget to do it. Let's show some support for the price of XRP. Let's get something going the right way, at least. Dumping tells me are closer to take off since they want to shake us out. This whole shakeout concept is there, but no one's really getting shaken out anymore. It's either you're accumulating or you're watching from the sidelines, or you've already sold and now you're just kind of waiting for this significant pullback that like we're not going to get in terms of staying there for you to accumulate. We might get a wick, but that's it. Yeah, and then that's the other thing. The silver drop yesterday, right? Silver dropped significantly. Nobody would have witnessed that. Nobody could have imagined that, right? That was the biggest drop in silver ever. So when I tell you guys this crypto ecosystem is going to have a reversal into the multi-trillions of dollars, no human can witness that right now. It's going to happen, and then we're going to see it. Just like, it's going to happen real fast. And it's incredible, too. Don't forget what David Schwarz talked about yesterday in regards to him selling XRP at 10 cents, them throwing a party for XRP at 25 cents, and then they sold. He sold Ethereum at $1, right? He sold a lot of Ethereum at $1 to buy solar panels. The dude's a genius that just builds, money's made. Like, money is really nothing to David Schwarz. That's just what I think. Okay, given his position, working with the NSA, and like he's always, David's not a lavish guy. He just would like, again, don't get offended. Like, he's like a geek nerd, which is like a dope vibe. Nothing wrong with that. But folks, here it goes. We're about to break. It's dumping heavy too. Like, there is a lot of sell pressure here. The market makers are really going at it, and I'm not seeing any upside momentum here. I'm not seeing any upside momentum. What up, Dangerous? But regardless, the lower it goes, let it go. I got some liquid I'm waiting too on the side. But we're so early. So here's the thing, okay? Here's the thing. We are so early, and I'm sure the live audience is going to agree with me. Yeah, we are so early into this whole Epstein file case as well. I talked about it in today's episode. I'll talk about it in today's episode in a moment. But there's 3 million emails. It's been less than 48 hours, okay? Give it a little bit of time. We're going to see a lot of stuff unfold. We're going to see a lot of stuff come out. There could be a tweet saying, from Trump to Epstein saying, hey, I really enjoyed that human centipede last night. And then, folks, it's game over. Okay, the markets are completely tanking. It's going to be like, okay, like, what is this world anymore? It's like, at this point, I'm lost for words. I'm actually like lost for words, because these are the people that sit at the top, and it's like, okay, like where's the ethics? Where's the leadership? And like I really don't know what to make out of this. Here, the thing is, I already knew these guys were doing this years ago, like way before I got into even Ripple and XRP. Okay, this is my focus was on what do these guys do? Okay, like how does the world work? And then when I came across them, like these rituals and them eating babies, then cutting them up, drinking baby blood, now I was 100% certain, like there was no changing my mind. It's like, okay, yeah, it's what they're doing. But now for it to come out and flood everybody, and now we're gonna have to live with it, and let's see what people say. Like there is no disagreeing of what's going on right now, and let's see what they do with the markets. They got to make a movie out of this. My goodness, like, come on, should we? Well, I can't handle that right now. But someone's got to make a movie out of this. Take all these files and make a epic movie. I can't wait for these Netflix documentaries that are going to come out in regards to this. But you know what? The best movie is going to be about Ripple and XRP. That's going to be the best one. That is going to be one of the most epic stories of all time. I mean, it already is. It already is. So, and before we wrap up today's video, I will go ahead and play that other video that we had yesterday, or new music video that we came out with XR, our lead director for Salute. Incredible stuff. Incredible stuff. I'll put this here. I'm coming back to the chat. Here we go. Oh, it's dumping now. It's $1.63. We just got liquidated on Aster. Oh, here we go. Here's a live dump that we are seeing for XRP. Just came down to $1.62 on a 5-minute wick, folks. On a 5-minute wick, and the crowd doesn't like that. The crowd doesn't like that. But the accumulators are going absolutely crazy right now. Okay, we just saw that. Let's see what happens here, because it might follow. It might follow. There's a lot of volume coming in right now. A lot of volume. It's a lot of volume. Oof, this is some scary stuff, folks. This is some scary stuff. If you guys are getting in here, do not high leverage when there's volatility. You could always ease in with low leverage, open up your position, and then further down increase if it comes down lower. Okay. But I'm happy we saw that wick. That's a matter of 6 seconds. Okay, 6 seconds. We're not done. I don't think we're done. I do not think we are done here. Yeah, see, I don't think. Normally, when the bounce was not strong enough. The bounce was not strong enough. The bounce was not strong enough. So let's see. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us today in this wild January 31st, 2026. We have Epstein talk, with Ripple emails, which we'll talk about today. Not in the live episode, but in today's episode. But you have XRP tanking. You have the SEC shutting down. Okay, the SEC has shut down. And, I don't know what to make out of this. It's real now. The whole world knows that they eat babies and they drink baby blood. And it's just a matter of time now to see what the other presentations have, like emails, right? Because there is over 3 million emails, videos, images, and it's pretty epic. What a time to be alive. Whatever happened to $100? Kevin, that's an excellent question. I don't know how new you are here, but $100, we've been saying by 20, 30, $100 XRP. So we still got years. Okay, on a conservative end. Again, at the end of the day, in 2026, I want to make something very clear to you guys that I'm not focused on the price of XRP. Okay, I tell you guys how the value of XRP is going to rise over time with real economic demand. This is the only way you're going to put a value to an asset. Okay, so what's more important is what's being built around that digital asset. What infrastructure is being built around that digital asset, and how is it going to be utilized? Okay, so anybody that like even makes these sarcastic like comments about what happened to $100 XRP, blah, blah, it's like, dude, it's like if you don't understand what's being built, the technology, like just stop. I'm so done with people like not doing their research and educating themselves in 2026. There's so much information now that the XRP community has even put out for throughout years that you could catch up for endless hours and learn. But look at this, folks. This is coming down. Remember what I just told you. There is not enough volume. There's like the bulls are not in control right now. And even look at the gold and silver market manipulated. Right? This is supposed to be God's precious metals, or like, you know what I mean? Like, okay, like it's just truly incredible. We're going to see another wick, folks. We are going to see a wick. If you guys are joining us, we're about to see a wick. Ladies and gentlemen, go ahead and smash that like button. We have everything going down today. Like the world is like literally falling apart. So at least let's get the likes up. This week is going to be very interesting with the Epstein files completely being exposed, because like I said, it's only been less than 24 hours. It's about 24 hours, but we have not seen anything yet. There's 3 million plus files to go through. Look, we have somebody named with TCO9SQ saying this clown is still pumping BS. Thank you for your comment. I really appreciate your airhead being here. Hopefully I could fill it up with some educational insight and some real world problems. And I hope you have a awful day. You waste of skin, imbecile. So please find your way out. Leave the door open, because I'm about to fart, okay? And I don't want it stinking up here, because you smell like ass, and I got to make over here smell a little bit better, okay? My ladies and gentlemen, another airhead, a little pigeon brain, trickling in on a Saturday morning. Sorry, buddy, you clicked the wrong one. You got to click your Dora the Explorer episode, okay? You clicked the wrong one. The crowd boos him out. Come on. This is not XRP. At least XRP is giving us a nice little show. Nice little show. 8-second girl. Why you BSing over and over again? Bro, I don't know where these are coming from. I like addressing them, though. You should just find your way out, okay? This is incredible. Please give us a quick rundown on what's happening, Epstein files, etc. So the Epstein files are coming out. There is some files with Ripple being talked about, which we'll get into in today's episode. The SEC shut down. XRP price is dumping. The whole crypto market's dumping. And that's pretty much what it is. There's a lot of fear in the market. And the thing is, we have a complete week to go through of unfolding these Epstein files. So we're going to have some crazy stuff coming out. Like I said, I don't know how the market is going to react next week if we come across an email saying, Trump emails saying, Epstein, I really enjoyed that human centipede last night. We should do it more. Because if you guys haven't seen the Epstein, it's pretty Epstein emails. It's pretty crazy. Like there's evidence that they were eating babies and they enjoyed it. And, Bill Gates pedophile ring, that's all true. I'm going to stop talking about that because I really don't know how the algorithms are going to pick up on that. I know they're very sensitive. So I do apologize. Well, yeah. because you guys got to understand the narrative back in 2013 and 14 was Silicon Valley investors back to create a better Bitcoin, right? And this block stream that wanted Ripple out, they were trying to make better. They were trying to make the Bitcoin protocol better. And I talk about that in today's video. I'll talk about that and I'll break it down. But it's just not going to work at scale. No matter what you do to the Bitcoin network, it will never, ever, ever work as a means of transferring value at scale, because the Bitcoin network itself is unpredictable. You need predictability if you're going to insert a new protocol into the financial ecosystem. You cannot have uncertainty within the financial ecosystem. And I'm telling you this from my 10 years, experience working at a regulated bank. So that is why when I came across Ripple and XRP, and when I saw the roster, when I saw the individuals backing it, the individuals that were coming on board, jumping ship from HSBC, JP Morgan, Wells Fargo, the DTCC, coming on to board of Ripple, that was it. Everybody understood it. So pretty amazing. So I'm going to go ahead and mute this TQOQ. This channel is predictable BS because clearly he's bored on a Saturday morning. So I highly recommend you go maybe get in shape, you ugly peasant, and you find your way out. Okay, that's all I gotta say. So we do enjoy your level of intelligence here, because we're too smart. So it's kind of nice when we have idiots like you join the stream. But we are gonna go ahead and report you, and we're just gonna remove you. No, you know what? We're gonna put you in a timeout because you're a little baby. That's what you are. We're going to put you in a timeout for 24 hours, okay? So go cry in a little corner, and I don't know what you're going to do today. You're probably going to be another wasteful day. Enjoy your day. Timeout. Piece of crap. And XRP's dumping, like we said, it's not done, okay? So we had to put a grown adult, hopefully he's an adult, probably not with the way he thinks, into timeout on a Saturday morning. Incredible. I'm going to go ahead and sip my coffee. I'm telling you, man, listen, when the World Economic Forum tells you that humans are useless and we need to get rid of them, it's people like this. Okay, that's the problem. And that's why in this wealth opportunity with crypto, if you don't get the wealth in the crypto, you're going to get left behind. Like, humans are doomed. I don't think you guys understand that. Okay, Epstein was funding a research back in 2014, and this was out. Like, people talk about it and then people forget about it because there's so much stuff. Epstein was funding labs to make black people smarter. Okay, like, this is the level of ignorance and idiocy like we're living with. Okay, so please understand that. So it's actually absolutely insane. Yeah, man. J-Port, man, you're awesome. So J-Port took a 7K loan and he bought XRP. And the real question is, that 7K loan, it depends on what your payoff date is, right? If you're doing that like on a monthly basis, you're paying $500 on that loan. Well, you just accelerated, $500 a month cash flow for like 12 months all in one purchase. So you like jump 12 months, or I don't know how long it is. Wow, I can't believe I told you guys. That dump was not real. That dump that we just saw, and if you guys were watching us for the last 10 minutes, I said we're going to see a further dump at $1.65 because it's not done. You could just tell. Let's go back to the 15-minute. Let me give you guys a better update. Let me zoom out here. Okay. So there's two things that I'm going to say here, okay? If you're trading, don't have leverage right now, like trying to catch the bottom. You could even leveraging with 2x, opening up entries, dollar cost average down would work. However, We're going to see a wick. I just don't know how crazy this wick's going to be, okay? This is the weekly candle. I'm going to go to the 4-hour quick and get a rough idea of how this is going to look like. Let's zoom out. Yeah, it's what you guys don't want to hear, and that is it's going to come down. We've been saying $1.50 is going to be the potential that we're calling for, like when we're talking about it in stream. So yeah, there's a lot, and just reading the comments, people are like, gonna buy XLM, gonna buy, and then someone Rick said, make sure you guys buy some HBAR too. All assets that are gonna, in my opinion, perform well. But that's the other thing. So when people come into this ecosystem now with like $5,000, there's so many assets. What do you buy? Right? This is why it's like, forget being the priced out of not being able to hold enough assets. It's being able to, like, now at this point, people are coming in. It's like, okay, like I don't have a lot of money or my capital. Like, again, if you're coming in with $5,000, I don't recommend you split that $5,000 into like 3 different coins, not even 2 coins. I would put that into a solid one digital asset. That's what I would do. But there's a lot of assets right there. People are going to come in. They're not going to know what's good or bad. So, and they're just going to hit buyer. And folks, look at the BNB trade, the generational bottom trade. We are witnessing the market dump right now, and it's still up 500%. So still hanging in there. It's almost been 7 months now. So we're going to be getting more positions for XRP. And these entries are ridiculous. I don't know what's causing this. Like, nobody knows. That's why I said there's a group out there. Okay, they know what the next leg up is. They know what the leg up to. They even know what the value of XRP in the future can be. Okay, that is, I'm 100% certain. I'll talk about that more today. But the PayPal mafia doesn't get aboard, doesn't get onboarded or invest into OpenCoin and Ripple and get XRP within their wallets without having a price target for XRP. Okay, those conversations are talked about. So Cram says, I say $1.38 because that's where my spider line is showing. And yeah, you might, like I said, $1.30 is in play. Like what I said, remember I said this probably 2 weeks ago on live, that normally, and normally when wicks like this happen, when a major wick like this comes down, like what happened at 10.10 and just bounces back up, so $1.16 all the way back to 254. Okay. Normally when that happens, followed by weekly candles progressing down with the momentum going down, it normally comes to fill this, meaning that we're going to see another candle, fill this, and then work its way up. Okay, so it's not like a CME gap. It's nothing to do like a CME gap, but it might, like what I've seen from the past, looking at charts literally for 8 years. I don't think I missed a day not looking at a chart. The craziest part. Yeah, crazy morning. Crazy morning. Let's see. We're gonna end the stream off, and I will probably most likely come on stream maybe tonight for you guys and document this depending on where we are. But if you guys are just joining us, thanks for joining. We'll do a little recap. We talked about Epstein files. Ripple was mentioned in one of them. We'll talk about it in today's episode. The SEC has shut down today, like mentioned 4 hours ago, it was announced, so that could have some effect to the market. People are saying that this whole Epstein documents coming out is because Trump didn't want to attack Iran. And, as we know, 48 hours ago, Trump said they're on their way to Iran. And guess what happened? What happened? Did they get stuck in traffic? Is there a lot of boats on their way? Is there air traffic that I'm not aware of? Is there an airplane accident that shut down airspace? Why haven't they attacked, right? A lot of questions that need to be answered. So there's more to it. Epstein being a Mossad agent, who obviously, come on, are you kidding me? A blackmail ring? much more. There's 3 million emails out, and it's only been 24 hours. So there's going to be a lot more emails coming out, surfacing, that are going to shock you guys, okay? So we're looking at the weekly candle right now for XRP. And it's looking pretty absolute. Imagine we do a double bottom to 59 cents. What do you guys think? Do you guys think the XRP chart? We'll do this poll. Let me see. Let's get the audience sentiment here. And ladies and gentlemen, please go ahead and smash that like button. Start a poll. Let's say, do you think XRP will double bottom at 59 cents? Let's see what you guys think. I know it's absurd, but I'm just, you never know. You never know.